Hey everyone. So this is gonna be a little different from my usual videos, and I don't really know where to classify something like this, so I'll probably just create a new video series. But there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and I just got in something pretty cool that I wanted to showcase, and then I can sort of give my thoughts on why I got this. So let's open this up first, and you can sort of see exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is a full budget grow kit. And this one in particular comes from Mars Hydro, which is pretty much the most budget friendly of the well-known brands that's available. And most of the time, what would happen is people would recommend, people not recommend, but people would ask me to recommend a budget setup for them. And what I used to do was I would recommend, a bunch of different brands. A lot of them are sort of really small, unknown brands, but it just so happened that they had the cheapest price for, inline fan or whatever the case. But then what I found is that, for saving like 10, 20 bucks for the entire setup, you ran into a lot of issues later on where if something broke down, like the company just wasn't around long enough to be able to service it properly. And it just wasn't worth the hassle to piece together everything. And so now I really think that's unique. I really think that this is probably the best. Can you see this? Hold on. Let me scoot this a little bit closer. So this is the grow light. I think this is the TS1000, which is really good for a 2x2 tent. But I really think this is probably the cheapest of the decent grow kit setups out there, which is why I wanted to start off with this first for anyone looking for the most budget grow setup possible. Just because Mars Hydro makes one of the best budget lights, if not the best budget lights currently that I tested. I mean, these quantum board lights are really not bad. And let me see. Let me check out the other stuff first. And I don't think they make inline fans. Let me see this. Yeah, I mean, it looks like just a generic inline fan. It doesn't really have a name on it. But the good part is if you buy this setup, that if it ever breaks down, you can just contact Mars Hydro for it. And I mean, I don't think they're US based. I think you have to email them for support. But they've been around long enough that they will be able to service these products if they do break down. So let's take a look. Yeah, this looks like just one of those. Actually, this is pretty nice. And I've noticed a lot of the newer inline fans these days. They're copying, what is it? AC Infinity's inline fan, their design. And AC Infinity is pretty much the standard for inline fans currently. Yeah, this is sort of like a cheap knockoff of that. But still, not bad. Looks like there's some sort of mounting plate, and then it's just a standard 4-inch inline fan with a plug. 200 cubic feet per minute. which is more than enough for the grow tent, which is, I think, like slightly larger than a 2x2x4. So there's that. So 4-inch inline fan. Let me take this out of the way. Trellis net, I don't know why. Like I guess, sure, a trellis net. We have, oh wow, it comes with fabric pots. So fabric pots, I don't think these are Mars Hydro either. I think they just added some fabric pots from a generic fabric pot company. Let me see if I can open this. I can. But I mean, for the most part, fabric pots are pretty standard. Look to be like 5 gallons? Yeah, might be like 5 gallons. I have to open it up to confirm. And let's see, what else is in the box? Here we are. I think this is a carbon filter. Let's take a look. Yeah. Looks like a standard, oh, they already put the pre-filter on it. And it's just a standard carbon filter. Yeah, doesn't look like it's Mars Hydro branded either. But again, because Mars Hydro sells this entire kit, and if anything goes wrong, although, yeah, you can't really serve as a carbon filter. Just when it fills up, you'd have to replace it. So let's put that back. Oh, this is nice. Hygrometer and thermometer. Also generically branded. So I mean, this pretty much comes with everything you need to start the grow. I see there's a digital timer inside somewhere, and this looks fine. Are there batteries? The instructions are all in Chinese. Oh no, there's English instructions. Okay. Are there batteries in here? Holy crap. I can't get this open. I'll figure that out later. Let's see. This is the grow tent. No point in unboxing this right now, but I'll build this and pretty much show the finished build after I take everything out. Let's see. We have 4-inch ducking, pretty standard. That's actually a lot of ducking. This is a lot of ducking because it'll expand out to, God, I don't know how many feet. And let's see what's left. Installation instructions. Oh, for the inline fan specifically. Okay. A mechanical timer that does 15-minute increments. I mean, you pretty much need half-an-hour increments are fine. We just need to turn the lights on and off once a day. Ducking clamps. Grow light bar. I mean, usually this comes with the grow light. Hold on, let me check. Let's bring this back. Yeah, usually this box comes with, yeah, huh. Oh, that's right. Those additional ones are for mounting the inline fan carbon filter. So that makes sense. Oh, that's, why would they give us telephone cables? Hold on, let me check. Oh, okay, so this can daisy chain. This is different from the one I have actually, because I have the I think TS600. They don't have this, which I think allows you to daisy chain and then control multiple at once. I'll have to check the manual to confirm. And they added a dimmer as well, which is new. That's interesting. Okay. But either way, a little bit about the lights. These lights are really one of the best of the budget quantum board lights I've tested. A lot of the quantum board lights are similar to this. I've tested Spider Farm and what else? Viper Spectra. But I think these are still the cheapest while still producing a very similar light, if not the same amount. The wattage are the same. I think these are still using Samsung diodes. I'm not positive, but just these are really efficient and these are really great for the price, which is why I chose Mars Hydro as the first of the sort of grow kits I wanted to put together and try. The next one I'll probably try is not Viper Spectra. They don't have the full set. VivoSun, which I'm sure everyone has heard of VivoSun, but then they're actually not that budget friendly. It's a lot of their products are sort of like in between low and mid tier. So that's why I just chose the lowest end from the brands I'm comfortable with. And yeah, happened to be this one. So yeah, let's see what's left. Oh, this is a speed fan controller for the inline fan. I actually don't recommend using these. It's just, I've heard bad things happening if you turn it all the way down to low, where it causes the inline fan motors to sort of give way prematurely. So if you need to control the fan noise or the fan speed, I'd actually just recommend going with an inline fan that has the controls built in, because those are the ones that are made to handle speed controls, such as AC Infinity. They're pretty much the industry standard for this type of stuff. Let's another clamp. 3 clamps, two to connect between the inline fan and the carbon filter with ducking in between, and then 1 to connect the inline fan to the other end to the ducking. And finally, yeah, we talked about this, just more hanger ropes. So that's pretty much it for the setup. Let's put it together and I'll give some final thoughts about this. And that's basically it. Let's see. So the lights, I just looked it up, they're not Samsung diodes, but they're still pretty efficient. I don't know why it's crooked. I'm using their mounting software, but I mean, it's like, what the hell? So yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust that later. Nothing else is plugged in right now because this isn't going to be where the tent's staying. I have to move it in place. And yeah, the grow tent wise, apparently they make their own grow tents. It's one of the 2 things they make is the grow tent and the light. In case you forget, there's a big sign, hey, we make grow tents. The bars are extremely thin, similar to sort of the cheapest tents on the market, but the quality of the canvas is significantly better than the cheapest tent. It does feel thicker. They have a nice thick zipper, which is surprisingly decent. The Mylar is sort of this interesting pattern. I think Gorilla tents use a similar pattern to diffuse the light, not diffuse the light, to sort of diffuse hotspots in the light. So it's supposed to be just as effective as regular Mylar, just regular flat Mylar, except it has the added benefit of sort of diffusing any hotspots of the light so that it spreads more evenly when it bounces off the sides. And that's basically it. I mean, I haven't really seen anyone do sort of these full grow kits, and I've been asked enough times to recommend a grow kit or just recommend a full setup that I figured I can just sort of test out the companies that actually make full setups. I think the only company that truly makes their own products for the entire line would be VivoSun. I'd have to check. But then, yeah, I started with this one just because it is the cheapest on the market of the reputable companies that I've tried before. But yeah, probably gonna do more of these because it's pretty fun. Every time I get something pretty exciting, it's nice to sort of talk about what it means to the industry, the things that came before it, and why the new tech is sort of pushing the industry forward, and also sort of my thoughts on things that I can't put in other videos because the other videos are just straight information pieces, while this sort of I can give my opinions and thoughts about testing a ton of products and being able to give a little insight on why I would recommend certain things for certain people to help you decide on a grow setup based off your budget, your needs, your space. This tent turned out to be like almost 6 foot tall and like 2.3 feet wide. It's a weird size, but either way, yeah, I'll have everything listed in the description below for this entire setup, and I'll talk to you guys soon.